This is the boiler itself. This is the 746 and it's located under one of the lounge seats. It's the left lounge seats as you come into the unit. But in other models, it could be in the garage or under one of the other chairs. This one here, it had the cap on it. You just simply lift off this cover here, put it to the side, and you will see down here there is a little orange button next to the green flashing light. If you have any issues, and this is to do a hard reset, you press this button in and hold it for approximately 10 seconds till the light that's flashing changes colour or stops flashing, and that's how you do a system reset. Again, on the heating panel, you may have to wait 15 minutes till it actually does a reset itself. But just put the cover back on. It's quite simple to put it on. Just clip it on like so. I'm now going to show you the new control panel that's in the new motorhomes for 22 registrations. It's a new truma control system. It's also by roller team. Now I've come into the vehicle, and what to do is touch the home button. This screen will appear, and then it should come onto this screen here. Now switches, first thing I want to do is actually have the light on. So press switches, and I want the interior light on, and there we go, the lights are on. If we want the outdoor light on, just click it to on and it'll come on. Once we fill up with water, then you turn the water pump on, and you can open up the taps and let the water come through. At first you'll find it might gurgle with some air, etc. But obviously you need the water pump on for the toilet to work and the shower to work and the sink, etc. To come back into the home screen, simply press the home button, and that's us back to here. Now we're wanting a wee bit of heat coming through the vehicle, so we go into room climate. Now at this point, you'll not really need the ventilating unless it's really summertime and it's really hot. That just fans and brings hot air basically in from outside if it's hot. So it's basically a cooling system, but it's not that great, to be honest with you. The main thing you want here is the heating. So press the heating, and you can see the temperature I've set the vehicle for this one is 22 degrees. At the moment it's 19 degrees inside. So the heating system will fire up now because I've asked it to come on. To turn the heating off, you'll see a turn off up at the top here. You press that button on the screen. It's all touch screen. If you're coming into the vehicle at first and it's really cold, you would press it to fast, and that means the fan will go faster to heat up the vehicle quicker. If you want the temperature to go down, simply press the minus button here and it drops it down. Recommended temperatures for going to sleep at night is about 19 degrees if you want to keep the heating on at night, and it will just keep the vehicle 19, which is just a nice heat for sleeping overnight. As you can see, I've already plugged in the gas, and it's gas that I'm asking for the heater to work on just now. But I can change that. If it's an electric pitch that I'm on, I'll simply put the gas off and turn it to 1800 watts for the electricity. As you can see here, as I say, gas is off and you're now on 1800 watt electricity. That's what most UK caravan sites, etc. have. We're in this screen. I'm going to go back the way, and as you can see, we're running electric. I can still hear the fan running away in the background, and I'm going to come back to the home screen. On warm water is switched off, so you're wanting warm water. Now it tells you down here 40 degrees. If you want to heat it up to 40 degrees, that's ideal for doing dishes. If you want it to press it again, press plus and it'll take it up to 60 degrees, and that's for a shower. There is one more you would maybe take it to, is 70 degrees for a long shower. I wouldn't recommend taking a long shower, because a long shower, trust me, you're probably lucky to get maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes out of the shower, and then you'll need to fill the system up with water again. Also, you'll notice up here, there's the faster heating option. Give it a wee click, and it's a faster heating for 40 minutes. That means that it will concentrate heating the water up on that. Back to the home screen, simply press rewind or home and it takes you to here. Now the screen is touch screen, as you can see down here. You can scroll it across and it'll take you to NetX app, which is not connected, so don't touch that one. And settings, there's no need to go into the settings either. So I'm going to scroll back to the main switch, and up here is resources. Touch the screen for resources, and over here, that's your grey water waste. It's at 0, and the fresh water is at 0. Once you fill up the fresh water, obviously this percentage will come up, and once you start using water, the grey level will come up as well. So it'll actually tell you when you're needing to empty your grey water. Over this side here, the top one is your vehicle's battery. It's sitting at 13.1 volts, which is absolutely fine. And the leisure battery is sitting at 13.9 volts, which is absolutely spot on. If you're doing some wild camping and you're not plugged into a caravan site, etc., keep an eye on your leisure battery. There is a solar panel on the roof that should keep the battery topped up. It's really good solar panel, and the batteries are really good at taking the charge as well. But keep your eye on this one. What you might find is once your leisure battery starts running down, you'll get to a point where your televisions won't work. On the front screen again, you can actually see the number 2 is just here in green. And that means there's 2 switches on. That means it's the outside light and obviously the lights inside the vehicle. Up here in the top corner, you'll see it's at 20 degrees. And you see the warm water's ready. Now, one of the most important things about this system, up in the very, very top right hand corner, you'll see a wee 2-pronged plug. If you're actually plugging in to a caravan site, always make sure that that plugs on. What we've found in the past is people or customers will plug into site but forget to actually turn the fuse on at the site, and they can't get electricity, etc. But one of the main reasons, and one of the reasons how you will know, is if you plug it in on site, the 2-pronged plug will appear up in the top right hand corner. Over in the left hand corner, at the moment you can see we're on gas. It's the wee gas flame, and that's what's feeding the system just now. On the heating system as well, you'll notice there's a green bar just across the top up here, and there's a green bar up here and a green bar at the switches. That means everything's fine, tickety-boo, everything's working fine in the motorhome. These bars can turn to amber and red when something's not working properly, i.e. the heating. That's the biggest culprit, and I'm going to show you in a wee minute how we deal with faults. I've turned the gas off on the vehicle, and just to let you know, when the fault picks up, things on the wee lights up here turn red, etc. So I'm going to go back to the heating system. As I say, I've turned the gas off. It's coming in as electric just now because I'm pitched up to a site. So I'm going to change that and just and make it go to gas. And this is going to produce an electric fault. So I've turned the electric off. I've turned the gas on. So we'll go back to the home, back into room climate, and we've asked it to go fast. Now, what it'll find out in a wee moment is this will come up with a fault code because I've turned the gas off, and I'll show you how to clear it. Here we have one of the codes, etc. That comes up, and as I say, this has come up because I've turned the gas off. I'm going to press OK, and if I look at here, it's obviously coming in gas, and once I go back out and turn the gas on, I can go back in and clear this fault. Now, to clear the fault, you can see everything's turning red up here. The wee bars are all turning red. So we've got an issue with here. I'm going to get into notifications is where the faults are, and it tells me there's one notification. Gas cylinder empty, etc, etc. So just click on it. Now this screen here, it's a scroll screen. So you need to use your finger and go right up to the top. And I'm going to turn the gas back on. And once I turn the gas back on, make sure that that's back on, or I've changed the gas bottle, because that could be another reason why it's out of gas. I will then declare the issue resolved. I've now put the gas back on. I'm going to go back into notifications. Gas cylinder empty, etc. Or the gas isn't turned on. Click and scroll up, and I've now turned the gas on. Declare issue resolved. error reset, press home to reset, and all you do is press the home button and it goes down through a countdown. Error was reset. Okay, go back in. There's no notifications, so I can go back into the home screen, back into room climate, and the heating will have no faults and it's on gas. Exactly the same thing happens if I'm on electricity and I haven't turned on at the site. It's the electricity is not coming in, you won't get heating coming through the electricity. The same fault happens. You just need to get into the home screen where it says notifications and it'll talk you through it and what to do and how to reset it. When leaving the motorhome, if you're going out for the evening, obviously you want to turn everything off. So turn off, and it turns most devices off, and you can put on standby. And over here it completely turns everything off. You can shut it down. Now, one of the biggest things you need to do is shut the system down fully if you're moving your vehicle. Even though you're only going to move it 6 feet because you're not quite parked properly on your pitch, it will end up sending a fault code to the heater if you've not turned the heating off totally. So I'm going to shut this down like that. And once you get water into the vehicle, the water pump, you need to turn the water pump on. Simply press this button here and the water pump fires up. But I've not got any water in this vehicle just now because it's brand new. So I'm going to switch it back off. But you need that for the water pump and everything to work. The main bit of advice that I have to give you is, if you're on an electric pitch and for some reason you can't get the electric to work, i.e. the sockets aren't working for the 12 volt, say for instance you've got a hairdryer, etc., the heating won't run on electric, you need to make sure this white symbol here is the 2-pronged socket. That needs to be on, and that means you're definitely plugged in on site. If that's not on, chances are the fuse where you've plugged into on site is tripped or it's not turned on. One of the most important things is check that first and make sure you get that on, and everything will work on electric on your vehicle.